What's going on, fellas? It's another Boogie. Y'all know the rest. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel, and I want to thank y'all for liking my videos. And shout out to the Dime Game Division. Let's rock and roll, man. You know, we're going to talk about taking the side door and taking the back door with women. You know, my thing is, I'm not a side door, back door type of dude. You know, and there's many reasons for that. You know, when it comes to women and when it comes to sex, I like to take the front door, you know, meaning just telling them what it is. You know what I mean? Being honest, man, being transparent about a lot of different things with women. And I feel like this, man, if a lot of guys truly understood what I was saying and they internalized this message, they would really comprehend that it's a lot of dudes lying to women about stuff that they don't even need to be lying about. Now, a lot of guys on the concrete just lying for the sake of lying or manipulating and just doing stupid stuff just for the sport of it. You know, they don't even have a true meaning behind it, right? That's just fun to a lot of dudes. And what I've noticed, man, through my years, bruh, is if you keep it a buck with a woman and be honest and forthcoming about certain information, man, you know, they'll really appreciate you in the end for that. You know what I mean? Because I've had several women that be like, woo, I don't care what you told me. I'm just glad you told me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what the truth was about, it just was refreshing to a lot of women. You see what I'm saying? So that'd be a little bit of advice for some guys, man. Try that route, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're coming off like you're not being transparent, or if you're coming off too sneaky with a woman, or, you know, something just not adding up in her mind, you know, she's never going to take her mask off with you. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to do that because she don't feel safe and secure. And even if you get sex from a woman or whatever, because what a lot of dudes like to do is they like to wait until a woman catch feelings for them, and then they'll dump the truth on them after that. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't always work out in their favor. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah, it will work out, you know, because you already got to her heart. But for some women, they don't even care. They'll just take the heartbreak and just leave the situation. You know, and a lot of guys don't even care. They'll just go on to the next woman and just keep repeating that cycle over and over again. You know what I mean? And for me, I don't really feel like a man if I was to do something like that. I'm just going to be 100. You know, I like to deal with women from a certain position of strength, and I got to be in a certain type of energy to even get the best out of a woman or to bring my best foot forward, man. You know what I mean? I got to have the high ground. The only way you can get the high ground with a woman and maintain the high ground is if you take that front door. Why? Because you're going in it with a clear conscience, your heart is pure, and your spirit is clean, point blank, period. So you know, no matter what the outcome of the situation is with the woman, right? You went in it with a clean spirit. So even if it don't work out, you're not losing no sleep at night. You dig what I'm saying? And for, you know, just on some man stuff, just being men, that should be very important to a lot of men. You dig? But a lot of dudes be like, they don't care. You know, women lie, men lie. It don't matter. The game is the game and all of that. Fair enough, man. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily my motto. And I'm going to tell you why. I remember, man, when I was young, you know, in my neighborhood in Baltimore growing up, you know, it was a young girl that used to play with the boys out there. I'm not going to say her name, but she used to be out there playing football and basketball with us. She was like a tomboy when she was young, you know. And then we all grew up. You know, I left and went to the military. And she ended up joining the military a few years after me, you know, and she's still in. You know what I mean? She's doing very good for herself. Airborne, sergeant first class, drill sergeant. She's really doing her thing, and I'm proud of her. You know, coming from Baltimore was rough, man. But I remember this girl had told me years later when we was adults, man. She said, you know why I would do anything for you? And I started smiling. I said, why? She said, because when we was young, you never try to take advantage of me and have sex with me. And I know that you could have. She was like, you didn't take advantage of the situation like a lot of dudes tried to. You stayed solid. You know what I'm saying? And the funny part is, me and that girl ended up having sex later in life. A lot of times, many different ways, many different places, with many different people. You know what I mean? It's nothing that girl won't do for me. To this day, she loved me to death. She loved me to death, man. Real talk. That girl damn near proposed to me, man. And I never really talk about these kind of things, but I think it's fitting for the video. But as a 14, 15-year-old young man, staying solid back then, now at 33 years old, I can still reap the benefits of a situation. And that's why taking the front door is so important. Because now you playing the long game, not the short game. See, the short game is just getting a little bit of sex and just going on about your business and being happy with that. But when you really want the French toast, when you really want the French benefits and everything else that comes with women and everything that women have to offer, then yeah, that front door is necessary. It's paramount that you do that. Snapple top facts. You know what I mean? Feeling like a man is very important. A lot of guys are frustrated and they don't know why, but I see it. A lot of guys don't know how to reinforce their own manhood, their own masculinity with women. You know, and they find themselves in these very peculiar positions because they are not looking a woman in the eyes and being honest with them. They're not being transparent with women. They not out with one woman and pick up their phone when another woman call and don't skip a beat. See, they not doing these type of things. You know, and at the end of the day, if your manhood and masculinity was the most important thing to you, then you wouldn't compromise it for anybody, for anyone. You dig what I'm saying? It starts there, man. You know, so anytime a man is not exercising and reinforcing his own masculinity and his manhood, if he's not doing that man is going to be unfulfilled. And the sad part is a lot of guys don't know why, but I see it. Snapple top facts, I see it in a lot of men. You know, because they are on that constant quest for sex, and a lot of guys are losing themselves in that sort of matrix, man. You know what I mean? They don't know what to do, so they just out here trying anything, doing anything. You know, they online bouncing from one dating coach to another, doing this, doing that. They way out of character. You know, see, getting sex on your own terms is very important. You know what I mean? Because it's levels, right? You know, getting sex is one thing. All right, you got that monkey off your back. Now you want to get it on your own terms. You know, and that's going to separate the boys from the men. Boys get what they can get. Men go get what they want. How they want it. When they want it. Straight up. End of. Period. You know? So, if I had to give a man some advice, I would say, look, man, taking the side door and the back door probably would get you some short-term victories, man. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. But if you want to play the long game, and if you want the French benefits that come with staying solid, will come with just being a man at the end of the day, then you'll take that front door, homie. For real. You'll take it with dignity. You'll take it with a smile on your face. You know, straight up, man. Straight up, man. Because at the end of the day, When you can sleep good at night, when you can walk in any room with your head held high, when you can look anybody in the eyes, that's a man right there. That's a man that didn't compromise himself or compromise his values. That's a man that got it on his own terms. So there's even levels to being men. Let me tell you something, man. When it comes to being solid in the eyes of a woman, dog, you'll always have a place on her heart, man. She can get around dudes with a bunch of money, this and that, but if you the guy that held it down, if you the guy that stayed solid the way you needed it, the way you needed to, you might not see the benefits then. It's not always going to come when you want it, but when an opportunity presents itself, you're going to reap the benefits tenfold. The thing, man, you got to stay 10 toes down. You got to be patient, man. You got to have a lot of patience in life in general. That's imperative, man. Especially dealing with women. Man. You're not always going to get what you want exactly when that's not always going to be the case, dog. Certain situations, you're going to have to plant a seed. Come back and water it. Check it. See if it grows. It's not growing. Water it again. Come back. Oh, it's growing a little bit. Now you got to manicure the lawn. Water it again. See if it grows. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to have to do that in life, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. For me, I'm like this. I'm going to close this video with this, man. I can't do the back door or the side door. You know what I mean? I don't even get aroused for stuff like that. That type of stuff don't tickle my fancy, man. It just don't. I get off on looking a woman in her eyes and telling her what it is. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And telling her what it is. That's really what I get pleasure out of that, man. Knowing that I did it on my terms. Knowing that I stayed solid, man. Shout out to the Dime Game Division. Peace.